Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is my first video up here on YouTube and I'm super excited. My name's KingTbird and I'll be making you guys videos on games that I love, and the game that I'm loving right now is Valorant. So let's jump right into it. The topic of this video is how to not suck at Valorant, and I'm going to be giving you guys 4 tips that I think are going to help your gameplay in such an amazing way. So let's jump right into it. So number 1, we have the topic of spraying versus bursting. So if you played Counter-Strike, or even if you haven't, you'll learn really quickly in this game. Spraying is pretty hard. So what I would suggest for you guys is to burst. So always aim for the head, of course, but to burst, strafe, burst, strafe. Spraying is a lot easier in this game than Counter-Strike, but so is getting headshots. So if you're spraying, dumping half a mag, someone that is pretty decent at the game is just going to aim for your head and they're going to win that fight every time. So that's why you want to kind of burst. If you miss, strafe, burst again, always aim for the head. You'll see in this gameplay I will have some spraying clips, but the only time I suggest to spray is if you're caught off guard and you kind of just spray and pray, or if you're rocking like an SMG and you're up close and personal, then of course you want to use spray, you want to control it. It's really a combination of choosing when to do which one, and you learn that over time, but I would recommend to burst primarily. You'll see a lot of results. Number 2, this game's similar to Counter-Strike, but it isn't Counter-Strike. You need to use abilities. Abilities is such a big part of the game. Now of course the gunplay is number 1, but abilities are right there. They're right under gunplay, and the sooner you really take advantage and learn these abilities, your gameplay is going to go ahead. It's going to go so much better than the kids that are playing it like it's just Counter-Strike. Which leads me to my subtopic, which is pick an agent that fits your playstyle. There's certain agents that are super aggressive, like Phoenix and Jet and even Omen. And then there's some that are a little bit more passive, like Cypher, Brimstone. And if you guys want me to put a video up on how to help you find your agent, write that in the comments. But yeah, pick an agent, find their abilities, learn them, and then use the hell out of them. Number 3, crosshair placement. I cannot tell you how many times I'll spectate somebody on my team and they're aiming at the ground. That is the worst thing you can do in this type of game because it's so punishing yet rewarding. You need to aim for the head. So crosshair placement, if you don't know, is when your crosshair is about head level. This way, when you see somebody, you only have to move a little bit to the left or move a little bit to the right. Sometimes you don't even have to move at all. Whereas if you're shooting at the ground or you're aiming at the ground, you have to whip your wrist upwards, right, left, and it's going to create such a problem, and you're not going to get too many kills. So if you're once I did that, I remember when I did that in Counter-Strike and someone brought it to my attention, my game escalated so much. So I hope you guys take that tip and let it improve your game. Last tip I have for you guys is to warm up. If you did anything, a sport, you're a musician, whatever you do in life, you always want to warm up. So why not do that with a video game? What I do for this game specifically is I go into the firing range, I put it on hard, and I set goals for myself. My goal this certain day, as you see in the gameplay, was to get 13 or more 3 times, like 3 sets of that. And it kind of just helps you get your flicks going, get your hands warmed up, get your aim warmed up, and it over time it'll improve your aim drastically. And then another thing I'll do is I'll go into the warm up, like defusal mode, put that on hard, and what this does is it also helps my aim, but it also just kind of gets my movement right, lets me peek my corners correctly. And I'll do this a few times, and it just makes you play so much better when you go and verse real competition. So I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys. I'm out.